What's up, y'all? I'm good. How are you?
Trevor, I guess, your reaction to Jeff Scott leaving and does it change you guys at all, or what's kind of the feeling around the team? I'm sure happy for him, but what's kind of the feeling around the offense?
We still feel good. I mean, we're happy that we're going to be able to finish out the year with Coach Scott. Obviously, he's a great coach, but also a great man, so I'm excited for the opportunity he's going to get, but we feel really good. We've had some good practices, and he'll be back here in a couple days. So, I mean, we're going to be ready either way, and we'll finish out the season.
How have you changed from this time last year to entering the playoffs now, both on and off the field? How's the experience of a year as a national championship winning quarterback impacted you?
I think just, like you said, having that experience of playing a year, and then also just knowing what to expect going to this stage and these moments ahead. So just kind of being there before and knowing what to expect, and I feel like that gives me an advantage just because I've been there before.
Were you nervous last year?
Yeah, a little bit, especially before the national championship. A little bit before the Notre Dame game, but before the national championship, I was really nervous. But I mean, I feel good going into this year. Like I said, have some experience.
Do you bring nerves at all? Are you nervous at all this year, or are you like Connie's cucumber?
Yeah, I mean, I think before every game I get butterflies and get a little bit nerved up, just like any other game. But right now I feel good and just trying to get as much work in as we can before we leave.
What's your impression of the Ohio State defense?
They're really good. I mean, obviously statistically they're one of the best in the country, and just from how they execute, they keep everything in front of them, and they have really good corners, a good D-line obviously, and their backers are solid too. So just the whole defense is really good, well coached, and they don't do a ton of different stuff, but they're really good at what they do, and they just line up, and if you can beat them, you can beat them, but if not, they got a really good plan and a really good defense.
How do you like your lines match up with Chase Young?
I mean, I think we have one of the best, if not the best, O-line in the country, so I really like our matchup against him. Obviously, he's a great player, and for anyone to go up against him is definitely a challenge, but, I like us over anyone else.
What was your relationship with Justin like in high school? I know you guys had the same QB trainer and worked out a bunch together. I don't know if you texted every day or whatever, but...
Yeah, I mean, we would talk every now and then, and I would mostly see him at a bunch of camps, and we'd worked out a few times together, so we definitely had a good relationship. We weren't super close, but he was only probably 30 minutes down the road, so we, like I said, worked out a few times and saw him at pretty much every camp in the summer.
With what you're involved with here, do you have any time to pay attention to what he's doing?
Yeah, I mean, the year he's had it's been awesome to see, and obviously him being from Georgia and us being in the same class, and kind of his journey to get there has been really cool to see him do all those things, and I get to watch them. They play at noon a lot, so we'll be in the hotel, we'll flip the game on, we'll kind of bounce around, but I've got to watch them a good bit.
You guys entered very similar situations in that you were both obviously 1-2 in recruiting, and entered places that had been in the playoff with incumbent starters, and ended up kind of going in the opposite directions in year one. Have you ever thought roles have been reversed, or how things might have played out for you if you'd been the guy who had to wait a year on the bench, or vice versa?
Yeah, just mostly I've had some of those thoughts, and just really proud to be here, and really happy that I made this decision. Obviously, not just because of that, but just because of the people here, and my experience here has been so good, and just thankful to be in a place like Clemson.
What about his journey, he says, has impressed you? What has stood out from watching?
I think just everything not going perfect for him, and having to kind of bounce back and go to a different school and really making something happen there instead of just falling behind and thinking of what could have happened, and he really just looked for what was ahead of him, and I mean, he's had a great year, obviously.
Knowing the way you did, you probably watching now, you expected this to come in.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, and I knew that ever since high school, and just seeing how he's kind of worked and competed, and I feel like he's earned everything he's gotten, and it's been cool to watch.
You spoke of experiences, Trevor. What do you know about this process, about the whole playoff and all the kind of chaos that goes with it that maybe you didn't know